This is John from Fruitful Acres. We're in the front yard netting up our Niagara. We have this Vineyard zone netting. We have to put it all the way down the line. This we have to piece together. So as I'm doing this, as we are doing this year, some nice fruit right there. I'm having flashbacks to last year and how little fun I had doing this last year, and the whole reason for doing that smart netting system because of the time involved with doing this. The most important thing on the farm and maybe in life is time. That's the only thing that you can't get back, so you have to make sure that you utilize your time wisely. So in going through here this year, it's making me reevaluate some of the approach that we have for dealing with these grapes. Now, we have not the best ideal situation up here for growing. We have an 8-foot woven wire metal fence to keep the deer out. Number one, important. Doesn't matter if the deer get in. So we have to deal with that. And we have this Vineyard zone netting, but it doesn't go over the top because it's so small that we have to weave it to itself, use a bunch of twist ties. It takes a long time. And the way that we trained using the umbrella Kniffen method doesn't really lend itself to this Vineyard zone netting. You could see right here that because of the nature of the spacing of the wires. So I could go through and I can adjust some things, but this is what it is, and everything takes time. So I'm not going to adjust those wires. The height, I think one's at 3 feet, one's at 6 feet. So I have a 3-foot distance between the top wire and the middle wire. And then my netting is 3.5 feet. But my fruit, because it comes off of the new shoots from the year, and it's in 3 successive bunches per branch that comes out, if it shoots above the wire, then I have fruit that's not going to be in the netting zone above the wire. So that's what we have here. I'm not going to be able to fit this in the net for sure. And then I'm spending all this time trying to save a bunch or two of grapes. Same thing down here. That is going to be below the net. I'm going to leave that for the birds. So I'm wasting fruit and I'm wasting time. So both things are not good when you're trying to have a fruit farm. So I'm reconsidering the training method for next year. I'm thinking on these ones where I want to use the netting and where it's climbing the fence so I can't net it up. I'm going to use a spur method so I can try to have all the fruiting canes and the fruit in between those wires. Either I'll have from the top wire with the fruit dangling down, similar to this. See how the fruit is running along that wire, and then those branches are coming out and having fruit hanging down. So I may want to do that, but then I have the lower wire here where it's not really conducive to it. Or I'm going to look to get a 20-foot sheet that I could just hang over this whole thing and tie it to the bottom and call it a day. That sounded like a good thing. So in going through, got to reevaluate for next year. How can I save time? Because that's the only way you get ahead, is trying to be more efficient with your time and paying attention to all the steps throughout the process of harvesting and pruning and training to make sure that steps taken early are the best way to do it, so that way it saves you time in the future. So we're getting there. We're running out of time. The rain's coming in. We're doing the best we can. With these Niagara, I'm not too concerned if the birds nibble a little bit. I'm not going to bring these to market. I'm probably going to make them into juice, or I'll send them over to my buddy. We'll crush them up and make some wine. So if the birds eat a little bit, it's not the end of the world. But with the Concord, we want to make sure that's nice and pretty. So we're making sure to keep that tight. The birds have been nibbling a little bit, so we're playing from behind, but we're almost done.